Mike Evans, President and CEO of the Naperville Area Chamber of Commerce, and I'm joined today by Chris Serdenik of Call One. Chris, tell us a little bit about Call One, not a company that some folks at home might be familiar with. Tell us a little bit about the history and what you guys do.
All right. Right now, unfortunately, Call One isn't a household name, but we're getting our name out there better than ever.
Yeah.
Our marketing campaign has been doing a great job of that, and we service the mainly Northern Illinois market.
Okay.
We are a business-to-business telecommunications company, and really anything and everything a business could need to run more effectively and efficiently, we do. And we do it well. And that's really thanks to our people. The company's been around for about 20 years.
Okay.
And really in that time, the growth of not just the industry, but also of the talent sets that people need to keep up with technology have grown exponentially.
Yeah.
When you think about where we were about 20 years ago, mainly people were using just standard what we call POTS lines. POTS literally stands for plain old telephone service. Everything in telecommunications is a weird acronym. But everything was just a copper line, the same thing that they used for 100 years. Then it moved into something called ISDN PRI, which was a channelized service for them to use. Now everything is going to, people use the buzz term VoIP.
Sure.
Everything's moving to that. Everything is moving to wireless. And it's really up to us as a very business-oriented and customer service-oriented CLEC to stay on top of those technologies.
So how do you do that out there? I mean, obviously technology, I can't keep up on the latest TV in my living room. Nevertheless, the technology needs to supply the telecommunication infrastructure out there. How does a company stay on top of that?
It's not easy, really. We've had, in the last 5 years, our employee growth has gone from about 25 employees to about 100.
Wow, yeah.
And we've
That's
had
fantastic.
it's been great growth, but I mean, it's running faster and faster on that treadmill, just trying to keep up, because we have to bring in and hire the talent. We have to train our existing talent and migrate their competencies from the old technologies into the new. And you always want to bring those along with you who got you to that point.
Talk about it from a technology standpoint, and everybody often relates technology with the loss or the lack of people influence, but really it's your great people that make you such a good technology tool.
Well, it's funny that you say that, because the one thing that we focus on more than anything there are the people. Because I don't know how many times you've called other companies and gotten into some sort of a queue, press one for this, press three for that. We never want to go down that road. We always want to give a caring, competent human voice to a client. We want them to be able to work with the same person on an issue from beginning to end. We want to give them that, the experience level where they feel confident that they can call us and they're not just going to get some canned answer.
Sure.
So it really is funny, because the more technologically advanced we become as a society, the more impersonal it seems to have become. We're trying to be more personal in our approach, and more caring and more competent in all of those technologies.
So I get the service aspect, and I understand the commitment to the customer. Now the future client that's watching this, or maybe one of our folks at home, we've got a lot of great business owners here in Naperville. What are the services? What am I calling Call One for, and how are you going to improve the efficiencies within my organization?
You can call us for anything from your basic POTS line to an international data network, to a voice over IP phone system, to infrastructure cabling. We literally do it all.
Okay.
Anything that someone needs done, we can do. It was kind of funny when I started at the company about 14 or 15 years ago. Craig Foster, the founder, and I were sitting down and we were discussing what we wanted to do. And I said, I think that people are wanting Ma Bell put back together, but they don't want Ma Bell. So, and he said, why? I said, because Ma Bell was one phone call to get everything done competently. And really that's the model that we have followed, is just ensuring that any product set that we bring on, we do it well, and that we're able to comprehensively take care of a business's telecommunications needs.
And your clients have the capability through you to use multiple carriers and different service providers to some extent within programs. So a lot of times I think people want flexibility too. They don't want to be tied to, do you see that in your trend?
Well, absolutely. Redundancy is a huge, huge thing for medium-sized and large business customers. They don't want one company's network meltdown to cause their business's meltdown.
Sure.
So redundancy as far as various paths with various network providers is a huge thing for us, and it's something that very few competitors can offer.
What are businesses out there not thinking about that they should be thinking about right now from a standpoint of telecommunications and technology? Where are you seeing the biggest need for improvement out there?
Everything is going to voice over IP and wireless. Everything in the next 10 years will most likely be both.
Okay.
Currently, LTE technology, which is wireless broadband, they are getting ready to launch voice over IP over LTE. So what we're getting to is probably within the next decade, the extinction of traditional phone services, those POTS lines that I mentioned, ISDN, PRIs, everything is going to be data. And everything is going to have to be transitioned to that, whether it's a small business, medium-sized business. They have to ramp up and get ready for that because the interoperability between the old services and the new may not be there.
Yeah. Well, I think you've heard it here. You understand now why it's call one. Pick up the phone. There's only one person you need to call for all those kinds of needs out there. And I think the consultation approach is going to be a very strong asset. We appreciate your support for the Chamber and the community and everything you're doing for businesses out there.
Thanks, Mike.
Again, I'm Mike Evans, President and CEO of the Naperville Area Chamber of Commerce. This is Chamber Connection, and we will be right back.